Albert Einstein, one of the smartest people that ever lived, famously said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." Kind of funny for a guy of his pedigree and reputation to say that. You'd think scientists are really based in facts and numbers and data, but it was imagination that actually led Einstein to discover and come up with his theory of relativity. And when you think about it, we wouldn't have any of the technological advancements that we have today without imagination. You know, like the smartphone, the computer, cars, airplanes. None of these things would have existed without somebody first having the idea to create them. Hi, and welcome to Stumbling Towards Enlightenment. I'm Dave, and today we're talking about the power of imagination and how you can use your imagination to create the life that you really desire. You know, everything in your life, it first started off as an idea. You know, if you look around at your home, everything around you, you first had to think of. Even the relationships, the jobs that you have, the hobbies that you have, what you want to make for dinner tonight. It all starts as an idea. Earl Nightingale, famous radio broadcaster who recorded The Strangest Secret, which is a wonderful kind of manifestation talk that I recommend you listen to. He said, "You become what you think about." And this is really true. If you fully accepted and realized that everything you think is reflected back to you in your reality, how would you use your mind? How would you think about things? Would you not be more careful and more deliberate with your thoughts? You know, most people walk around in their days and they think that the external world is dictating to them the circumstances of their life. But it's actually the opposite. Your inner reality creates your outer reality. When you realize and accept this fact that everything is first created on the inside and then reflected onto the outside world, you turn the tables. You're no longer powerless to the external events of life, but now you become empowered. You start to realize that every moment in life, every event that you're faced with, you have the ability to choose how you will respond to that event. And your imagination is the only thing that limits you in terms of how you choose to respond. Another Einstein quote I'm going to read. "Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality that you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way." Everything in the universe is energy. Everything is made out of energy. So when you vibrate at the energy of the thing that you desire, you can't help but attract it to you. You know, we are the only species with the ability to imagine alternate realities that don't exist yet. And amazingly, when we imagine alternate realities, we can tap into the feeling of being in that reality. So when you imagine having abundance, you feel abundant. When you imagine yourself as being powerful, you feel strong. When you imagine being loved, you feel loving. We can literally change our state of being and our vibration in an instant just by imagining ourselves in a different state of mind. And when you start to imagine yourself in this new state and you feel the corresponding feeling, you start to send a message to your subconscious mind, and you start to impress upon the subconscious mind the state of that feeling, the reality of that state. The subconscious mind does not know the difference between a real event and something that's just imagined. So when we start to imagine an event in our mind as real, the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference, and it accepts whatever we give it with enough feeling. It accepts it as true. It then kind of acts like a homing beacon out in the world, and it looks for confirmation of how you believe the world to be. So if you believe you're beautiful and abundant and good things come to you, you will see more of that in the world. You'll look for those opportunities. You'll look for confirmation of that reality. And the opposite is also true. If you have a negative mindset, you'll tend to confirm the same thing because that's what you've conditioned your subconscious mind to believe about you, your self-image, or the image of the world that you have. It's kind of like if I asked you to look around your room and look for anything that's the color orange. So just take a minute, look around your room. What do you see that's orange? Just make a little list here. Okay, so now I want you to tell me everything you saw that was gray, right? You're not looking for that, so you didn't notice anything that was gray, most likely. That's exactly how the subconscious mind works. Whatever we condition it to pay attention to, it will see that in the world. It will confirm that in the world. So the more we use the power of our minds and our imagination to impress upon the subconscious mind the desired reality that we want, the more apparent it will become in our waking lives. So how do you really use your imagination to manifest the reality that you want? Well, it really begins with getting really clear on how you want your life to look. Where do you see yourself in a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now? What are you doing? What is your vocation? Who are you with? What do your days look like? What does a perfect day look like in this dream life? The clearer and more detailed you can get, the better. Because with more detail and vividness, you can really start to paint a picture in your mind and invoke the feelings of this picture that you're creating. It might help to break it into categories like health, wealth, and relationships, and definitely to write it down. Get really clear on the picture that you are creating. Some people use vision boards to place images, cut out images, have them around to look at them. Surround yourself with the pictures and the ideas and the thoughts of the reality that you want, and get rid of anything that doesn't fit that picture. Start reading this description or looking at your vision board every day. Do it before bed. Do it first thing in the morning. You want to condition and feed your subconscious mind with this new image as often as possible. Neville Goddard says, feeling is the secret. So when you are thinking about your desired future, your reality, make sure you tap into the feelings of the wish fulfilled. Neville Goddard also says to live in the end, which means to live in the state of the wish being fulfilled. How would you feel if you already had the thing that you desired? If you can tap into the feeling of already having received your desired reality, and you can feel that in your body, then you really are aligning your energy to that new reality. And as Albert Einstein says, energy is everything. And if you align yourself, you vibrate at the same frequency of the thing you want, you will attract that into your life. You can't argue with Einstein, can you? And it's really important that you persist in faith and consistently try to live in the end of the reality that you want. You know, like if Edison gave up on his light bulb idea because people said that's never going to work for you, and he just didn't believe it was going to happen and quit, he would have never invented the light bulb. But he could imagine in his mind the light bulb existing. He knew it already existed. He just had to figure out how to bring it into reality, and he did. I strongly believe that everything you want already exists in the world in an alternate state, you could say, or an alternate reality. Why would God give you the ability to imagine something if he didn't also give you the ability to bring it into reality? So what you want already exists. You just have to align yourself to it and stay consistent to that energy. And you will move in that direction. You will attract into your life the events, the people, the situations that will help you to get there. And your subconscious homing beacon of a mind will notice and see these events and these opportunities in your life, because you'll be looking for it, and as opposed to noticing things that don't align to your desired reality. So just remember this: whatever you can imagine, you can create. If you can tap into the feeling of the reality that you want existing now, and you can live in that state, the world has no choice but to reflect back to you your current state of being. So you have to ask yourself, what state of energy am I in right now? As you persist in feeding your mind with ideas and images of the reality that you want to see and experience, you'll be training your subconscious mind to only look for those things and ignore everything that doesn't match that. And that is how you can use your imagination to create the world that you really want to see for yourself. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy it, I would really appreciate it if you would like the video, share it with someone you think would enjoy or benefit from this information, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I post regularly about personal growth, manifestation, spirituality, and help to inspire people. I hope to inspire people to take control of their realities and realize that they really have power to change their lives and that they are in control of their destinies. Let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, catch you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.